Alright, now that we know what the ink looks like mechanically, we can draw a better picture of what's happening. Multiple needles are puncturing your skin and dragging both big and little ink particles down through the epidermis into the dermis.
For the moment the tattoo is placed, however, your body's trying to get rid of it. Your body recognizes that it's foreign material, as if you've got a sliver under your skin. So your immune system is coming over, looking at this stuff going, hey, this doesn't belong here. White blood cells come in to remove the pigment. Now, the white blood cell is a very small little cell, whereas the pigment granule is a relatively large structure if you looked at it under the microscope. That white blood cell actually comes over and tries to engulf the pigment granule. Because the white cell is so small and the pigment granule is so big, that munching away is a very difficult thing. It's like trying to take a bite out of an elephant.
Alright, so this is about to get weird, but I have to do this. I want to know how big my blood cells are relative to the ink particles. So obviously we have to prick my finger and get some blood and put it in there with the ink. Alright, here we go, and we put the microscope slide in, and it is more awesome than I thought it would be. It is, look at it. So we've got blood cells interacting with ink, so we can see the relative scale of the two, right? So we've got these little bitty ink particles that are smaller than the blood cells, and we have the larger ink particles that are larger than the blood cells. That means the small ones can be drug away by the phagocytes, or the white blood cells, but the larger ones can't. That's why tattoos are permanent, but that's also why they fade, right? Because part of the ink is drug away, but part of the ink stays. That's awesome. That's like so awesome.
If you look at a freshly placed tattoo, it looks very sharp, has very clean edges, very clear colors, very crisp.
Right.
If you look at a tattoo on a retired master gunnery sergeant from the Marine Corps, that tattoo is starting to look faded because what's happening is that pigment is being eaten by those white blood cells and carried through the lymphatics of the skin because it's headed for your liver, and that process has been going on in the gunnery sergeant for 35, 40 years. Right?
I find it hilarious that you're picking on gunnies because I know a couple of gunnies.
Well, I'm retired Navy.
Oh, so you're allowed to say it?
Oh, yeah, I served in the Marine Corps for years.
Okay, good.
The problem is that the relative size of the white blood cell and the pigment granule. Big pigment granule, little